वैराग्यविद्या निजभक्तियोगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुषपुराणा श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यशरीरधारी कृपाम्बुदीर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Warm welcome everyone in the study of Nectar of Instruction. We continue with our study of Nectar of Instruction. See, in life, everyone needs instruction. No one can say actually that I don't take any instructions or I don't need any instructions. We all need instructions, and today is such an auspicious day. What Guru Purnima, the appearance day of Shila Vyas Dev Ji. In we see in society, right? Many say, "Oh, do everything but don't make a guru. Uh, don't be a guru. We don't. I don't need a guru." We all need gurus. We all need gurus in every walk of our life. Guru meaning what? Teacher, na? Teacher, someone guide, mentor, someone who can help us. We all need guru, and in many walks of life, we play different roles in life. Sometimes I am acting as a guru, and sometimes I'm acting as a teacher, as a student. Na? Sometimes we act as a guru, we play the role of a guru. But in Krishna consciousness, see, beautiful Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had said that one who considers himself to be a guru, guru meaning teacher, one who considers himself to be a teacher is actually a Goru. Goru is in Bengali and Assamese. Goru is like cow. So one is one who actually thinks himself that I am actually a teacher. In reality, he is nothing but a ignorant person. He's the most ignorant person. One who calls himself to be a teacher. Prabhupada is lovingly, sweetly, lovingly, and genuinely addressed by his disciples and everyone. What Jagad Guru, Guru of the entire universe. So maybe this is a question. What is the mm, any thoughts why is Prabhupada referred or called as Jagad Guru? What does Jagad Guru mean? Why is he called as like Jagad Guru? By his loving, sweet, loving disciples, grand disciples, and everyone say,
Because he enlightened the world with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita.
yeah, sure, nice, because he promoted, propagated, enlightened the world with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, with the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sure. See, the thing is, because he took upon himself as the servant of the entire universe, and that is the criteria for someone to be. And this is why he's referred to as the master of the entire universe. He never acted in a way as if to demonstrate in any small way, direct, indirect, that I'm the master of the entire universe, or even I'm the master of him or her, or master of this and that. He always acted as a servant, as a humble servant, serving. So, and that is the say the qualification eligibility criteria. Two things we'll find in Prabhupada's teachings ingrained throughout what? Humility and knowledge. In people in life we see they have good knowledge, huh? And when we say knowledge, transcendental knowledge, wisdom, proper wisdom. So in society, we struggle to find someone transcendentally very knowledgeable and wise, but yet, okay, at a material platform, we see some people are quite knowledgeable and they've been Krishna blessed with some uh, talent, some gifts. Huh? They carry some knowledge, but humility, they may not be humble. Nah? See, the thing of education, these instructions are there and they're bound to make us humble. They will make us humble. These are pure instructions coming from the pure heart of the pure devotee of Lord Shri Krishna. pure heart of Srila Rupa Goswami, the pure devotee of Lord Shri Krishna. And if we also open our heart into these instructions, they will make us humble. They will make us wise altogether. Hmm. So everyone needs instruction in life. No one can deny as such. Although unwillingly we may not want to be instructed, guided, say, but we all need instructions, guidance. And the eligibility or say criteria, who can be considered a teacher? One who is a very good student and one who is always a student. One who is always a student. This should be our thought that we ever remain a student of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Lord Shri Krishna, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. We ever remain a student in Krishna consciousness. The day I start considering, the day I entertain any slight thought that I'm tiny bit better than him or her, Hmm. Tiny bit better than him or her who may be practicing Krishna consciousness, may not be practicing Krishna consciousness. But if allow myself to believe that yes, I'm better than him or her, then I'm pushing myself. I don't know how much away from Krishna. I'm not coming closer to Krishna. And the beauty of Krishna can only be seen and realized when we are genuinely humble, when we genuinely become humble, then all the knowledge will come about. So this is Srila Prabhupada referred to as a Jagad Guru. Why? Guru means teacher and Jagat is universal. So the universal teacher, master of the universe. Why? Because he never took upon himself that I am the master. Rather, he served the entire universe. Wherever throughout each breath was to serve only. To help everyone come closer to God, to come closer to Krishna, to realize one's potential, to realize one's own nature, real spiritual nature, to fan that potential amongst all of us. And these instructions, they will make us a, a learned gentleman, a gentle person, a gentle lady, full of character and wisdom. And that peace has um, there's no price value to that peace. There's no price value to that level of satisfaction. So, with this hope, mood, aim, prayer, aspiration, desire, yearning, longing, that we also ever remain a student in the practice of Krishna consciousness. We also try to understand these instructions. See, the instructions, these are so genuine and pure. If we bring just sincerity in appreciating, understanding these instructions, then definitely Krishna will provide us with more training. Krishna will provide us with more opportunity for sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha meaning devotee association, association of saintly people, inspiring wise people. And in that association, in their association, we will definitely apply these instructions in our life. And it will come naturally. It will come naturally. See, we all are practicing Krishna consciousness, right, in some form or shape. And we don't know, we cannot pinpoint, one cannot pinpoint, okay, that 2021, 6 July 2021, 4 p.m. was the time when I became a devotee. It's such a transformational process altogether that, yes, don't even know when I took on to the practice of Krishna consciousness and wanting to practice wholesome sin. So it is a natural process. And if we are sincere to these instructions and if we appreciate them, there will be lots of room for us to take further training, further inspiration, further motivation, to develop further friendship with like-minded people, like-minded devotees, like-minded practitioners, and go more in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Hmm? And we all need instructions, we all need teachers. Blessed are those who actually have a teacher, a guide, a mentor. And we'll see further. So, with this hope, mood, prayer, aim, aspiration, yearning, longing, desire that we ever remain indebted to the practice of Krishna consciousness, to the teachings of Lord Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya, uh, And these beautiful instructions given to us by Srila Rupa Goswami, if we can imbibe them, we can invoke lots of blessings and we can see the charm of these instructions in our life altogether. So we'll continue with nectar of instruction, and text 2 is what we'll see for today, and see where we go, how we progress. And I can ask Kartike to read translation, and purport maybe can be shared by Pip and some others we'll see as we go on.
Yes, Prabhuji.
अत्याहारप्रयासश्च प्रजल्पनियमाग्रह जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च सद्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति. Karthik, read translation.
One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following six activities: 1. Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. 2. Over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. 3. Taking unnecessarily Talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. 4. Practicing the spiritual rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. Fifth, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. And sixth, being greedy for the mundane achievements.
Okay, Nikhil read first paragraph and then Pip can read and others can also read.
Hare Krishna. Human life is meant for plain living and high thinking. Since all conditioned living beings are under the control of the Lord's third energy, this material world is designed so that one is obliged to work. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has three primary energies or potencies. The first is called Antaranga Shakti, or the internal potency. The second is called Tatastha Shakti, or the marginal potency. The third is called Bahiranga Shakti, or the external potency. The living entities constitute the marginal potency, and they are situated between the internal and external potencies. Being subordinate as eternal servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Jivatmas, or atomic living entities, must remain under the control of either the internal or external potency. When they are under the control of the internal potency, they display their natural, constitutional activity, namely constant engagement in the devotional service of the Lord. This is stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.6.
महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ देवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रित भजन्ते अनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्.
O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible.
The word Mahatma. The word Mahatma refers to those who are broad-minded, not cripple-minded. Triple-minded persons, always engaged in satisfying their senses, sometimes expand their activities in order to do good for others through some isms like nationalism, humanitarianism, or altruism. They may reject personal sense gratification for the sense gratification of others, like the members of their family, community, or society, either national or international. Actually, this is all extended sense gratification, from personal to communal to social. This may all be very good from the material point of view, but such activities have no spiritual value. The basis of such activity is sense gratification, either personal or extended. Only when a person gratifies the senses of the Supreme Lord can he be called a Mahatma, or broad-minded person. My microphone's there. The microphone's there, so you can just.
The microphone. Notes. In the above quoted verse from the Bhagavad Gita, the words Davim Prakriti refer to the control of the internal potency or pleasure potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This pleasure potency is manifested as Srimati Radharani, or her expansion Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. When the individual jiva souls are under the control of the internal energy, their only engagement is the satisfaction of Krishna or Vishnu. This is the position of a Mahamata. If one is not a Mahamata, he is a Duratma, or a cripple-minded person. Such mentally crippled Duratmas are put under the control of the Lord's external potency, Mahamaya. Indeed, all living entities within this material world are being under the control of Mahamaya, whose business is to subject them to the influence of threefold miseries. I don't know if I can say that. Suffering caused by the demigods, such as droughts, earthquakes, and storms. Adibo Hortica Klesha, sufferings caused by other living entities like insects or enemies, and Adhyatmika Klesha, sufferings caused by one's own body and mind, such as mental and physical infirmities. Dava Pura Hitava, the conditioned souls subjected to these three miseries by the control of the external energy suffer various difficulties.
The main problem confronting the conditioned souls is the repetition of birth, old age, disease, and death. In the material world, one has to work for the maintenance of the body and soul, but how can one perform such work in a way that is favorable to the execution of Krishna consciousness? Everyone requires possessions such as food grains, clothing, money, and other things necessary for the maintenance of the body. But one should not collect more than necessary for his actual basic needs. If this natural principle is followed, there will be no difficulty in maintaining the body. According to nature's arrangement, living entities lower on the evolutionary scale do not eat or collect more than necessary. Consequently, in the animal kingdom, there is generally no economic problem or scarcity of necessities. If a bag of rice is placed in a public place, birds will come and eat a few grains and go away. A human being, however, will take away the whole bag. He will eat all his stomach can hold and then try to keep the rest in storage. According to scriptures, this collecting of more than necessary at Jahara is prohibited. Now the entire world is suffering because of it.
Collecting and eating more than necessary also causes pariyasa, or unnecessary endeavor. By God's arrangement, anyone in any part of the world can live very peacefully if he has some land and a milk cow. There is no need for man to move from one place to another to earn a livelihood, for one can produce food grains locally and get milk from cows. That can solve all economic problems. Fortunately, man has been given high intelligence for the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, or the understanding of God, one's relationship with him, and the ultimate goal of life, love of God. Unfortunately, so-called civilized man, not caring for God realization, utilizes his intelligence to get more than necessary and simply eats to satisfy the tongue. By God's arrangement, there is sufficient scope for the production of milk and grains for human beings all over the world. But instead of using their high intelligence to cultivate God consciousness, so-called intelligent men misuse their intelligence to produce many unnecessary and unwanted things. Thus, factories, slaughterhouses, brothels, and liquor shops are opened. If people are advised not to collect too many goods, eat too much, or work unnecessarily to possess artificial amenities, they think they are being advised to return to a primitive way of life. Generally, people do not like to accept plain living and high thinking. That is their unfortunate position. Sorry?
I think we can discuss. Hare Krishna. Nikhil Karthik, were you able to hear Leela Manjari, Alicia, Pip, Adriana? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Okay, so let us, yeah, second instruction, no? This one. Atyahar prayasascha. Atyahar is too much eating. Ahar what? Eating. Huh? Atyahar, too much eating. Prayasascha, prayas is endeavor and prayasascha, too much endeavor. Huh? Prajalpa niyamagraha. Prajalpa is what? Gossip. Gossip. Prajalpa. And niyamagraha. Niyam is rules, regulations, following rules, regulations. And agraha is like, too much obsession, too much fanaticism. uh, like too much caught up with just rules and regulations, nitty gritty, small things and everything. uh. Janasangas chalolyam cha. Janasangas is associating with worldly people. Those who are Janasangas is associating with people who are after simply who are after woman, wealth, and wine, who have no other um objective in life. Janasangascha lolyam cha. Lolyam is greed, intense, hankering, intense greed. Shadbir bhakti vinashyati. These six items, they will kill one's bhakti, they will kill one's capacity, they will kill one's devotional service, they will kill one's person's sadhaka's love for Krishna altogether. So a question, generally what do you see think that this world at large, do we overeat or world at large is starving or like say undereat? Huh? What do you say? The world population again 8 point somewhat billion, whatever. Do you think that we overeat or we are undereating or we eat the required amount?
Prabhuji, who get enough food overeat, who doesn't get enough food, they are starving.
And overall, the world, what do you say? Overall, are we overeating or
Overall, we are
Okay.
over.
Overall, what did you say, Kartika?
Overeating, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Ishopanishad, na, the first mantra of the invocation prayer in Ishopanishad gives such a peace formula that there won't be any strife in this world. Why is there strife or fighting? It's because of land, because of food, because of hoarding, because of exploiting, because of collecting, massing, this mentality. And Ishopanishad teaches us, see, if we are in a relationship, leave about a loving relationship for now. If we are in any genuine, decent, even duty bound relationship with God, with Krishna, uh, then we will never ever think of exploiting someone or exploiting something. We will take whatever Krishna gives us. We will take it as our due fair share of quota, and we won't barge or we won't want to exploit anyone else's. Remember, few some time ago we discussed this, right? That what is that? Uh, what is that quality? What is that prayer? Which each one doesn't matter. Could be an atheist or a theist. Everyone is praying for it, everyone wants it, huh? uh, it's such a desired, revered, wanted quality in material life, but in pure Krishna consciousness it is invalid, it does not exist. So what is that quality? hmm? Nikhil, Karthike.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction, na? Contentment, satisfaction. Until and unless we are content, until and unless we are satisfied materially, we can never be progress in life. We cannot move in life, and saying moving in life, we cannot never excel spiritually in life, because we will always be disturbed that I don't have this, I want this, I don't have this. See, our life, is it not by and large throughout like hankering or lamenting? Either we hanker, hankering, now what does hankering mean? Wanting. huh? So always hankering, wanting for more, wanting for this, wanting for that. And what do we want? Ultimately, we want matter only. Uh, Obsession, deep obsession, but for what? For matter. Hankering, huge hankering for matter. And lament also. What do we lament for? For matter only. Our lamentation is also for matter. So we live in ignorance only. What we are asking for is matter, and what we are crying for not having with us is also matter. Matter is what matters to us. And until and unless we are saturated or satisfied or content with this matter, we cannot experience grace in life. We cannot really express gratitude as well. So these are the things Srila Rupa Goswami, he's forewarning us. In they say in English was, forewarned is what? Better armed or something, forearmed. If you want someone in advance, then he's better prepared. So Rupa Goswami here helping us out to understand. Um, See, on this, na, mm, I don't know, a thing comes to my mind, and let's see. It ties in with the text we are reading, and let us see how more we can get much out of it. We discussed previously, some of you might know. There was a survey conducted by whom? By the WHO. Who's WHO? World Health Organization, right? So there was a survey conducted by the WHO people. Uh, the headquarters, I believe, somewhere in America or wherever, say, and they conducted this survey, and they went throughout the prominent countries in the world, and with this, asking this survey question. So, what is the survey question? Some of you maybe know. Or okay,
No,
uh, so they asked this survey question. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Sure. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? This was the question. So, with this question, with pen and paper in the hand, say they went around traveling different countries taking this survey. So, they started off from where? Okay, they started off, let's go, long-standing civilization, largest democracy. Uh, so they went to India, mm, and started off the survey in India asking this question: What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? So fine, they went there and asked this question to the Indians, and Indians stopped them quarter way through, not even halfway through. As the gentle people from the WHO were asking, what is your honest opinion? Indians stopped them. They didn't even listen to the full question, say. Halfway through, say, stopped them. Why? Indians realized, look, you have come all the way from America, such far off place you have come from, and you are asking something to us, and you are wanting to know our honest opinion about whatever, but we are wanting to know our honest opinion. Tell you something, Mr. WHO, you have come all the way from WHO. Huh? Mr. WHO, you have come all the way from WHO, which is such a far off place, and you're wanting to know my honest opinion, but genuinely speaking, honestly, I'm saying I'm not honest. So we cannot give you an honest opinion. Huh? Because India or that subcontinent part say they honestly they realize that we are not honest, so we won't be giving you accurate answers for your survey. So sorry, we don't know what is honesty, or we are losing or missing out on honesty. We don't understand what does honesty mean as such. Huh? So sorry, Mr. WHO, we won't be able to give you a survey, and no point giving you some answers which are not helping you out in the survey. So this is by and large the response the WHO people received in India. Fine, they couldn't find much luck. Indians in neighboring some places, and then from there, what now they have come that far to India. So they thought, okay, where do we go next? They thought, okay, let's go next to one of the most powerful countries in the world. Let's go to China. So let's go China and ask this question. What question? What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Okay. With Indians, they couldn't find an answer because many Indians, with due honesty, they said they proved that we are not so honest. Huh? Now going in China and asking this question. But Mr. WHO in China, he was also stopped halfway through. Why? He was also stopped halfway through. Mr. WHO was stopped there also in asking the question halfway through, saying what? The Chinese people stopped them saying, okay, Mr. WHO, honesty is fine, but what do you mean by opinion? Huh? What does opinion mean? Huh? I'm honestly giving you my opinion that we don't have opinion, or don't ask me for opinion. What do you mean by opinion? What does it mean? Opinion, never heard of it before, say. We are struggling to resonate or struggling to connect with opinion. So that was the response Mr. WHO received in throughout China, say, huh? Traveling different places in China. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity? But they couldn't hear the full question, and they honestly said, "Sorry, we don't know what is opinion. What does it mean? So we cannot answer your question. You have come all the way through." So fine. From there on, where did the WHO people come to say? Hmm? WHO went where? Say Middle East. Hmm? From China to Middle East. Maybe to, I don't know, maybe Australia. Maybe they went to Western Europe, places like UK, Germany, Italy, France, Spain. Hmm? And same question, what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? So perhaps they came to UK, and British people being a bit opinionated or liking to give say opinion. So when they heard, okay, what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Oh yes, we are honest. We are honest, and definitely we have an opinion. We have an opinion to share. But what do you mean by scarcity? That was the irony. Look. Huh? What do you mean by scarcity? What does scarcity mean? Mr. WHO, can you show us scarcity? A person, he was asked to write an essay on poverty. You know poverty? Or this word, right? So a person was asked to write a essay on poverty. And who was this person? He was the son of the king of Dubai, say, or king of the Middle East, somewhere Middle East. And he was asked to write an essay on poverty. You know what he wrote? Oh yes, poverty is a becoming a big problem now. There's so much of economic crisis, and the way stock markets are behaving and the way oil prices is going up, it is having an impact, this, that, and all, and so much so that we are feeling it. Yes, and I must tell you, Mr. Sir, dear sir, this poverty na, that my driver, he didn't buy a, he still it's been 3 years and he's still driving the old BMW. He hasn't bought a new car. This much poverty is coming, and especially after pandemic. What to tell you, my chef, he has not gone for a Europe tour this year because of poverty. He's not going for a Europe tour this year. Hmm. uh, And my music teacher is not going on a cruise because of poverty. And yeah, we are seeing this poverty come through. So, anyways, the WHO asks this question: what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? So, honesty and opinion, fine, but people struggle to understand what is scarcity. People genuinely struggle to understand, and places like this, we'll find when we see, na, this world is a world of huge relativeness, relativity, heavy, heavy disparity. What does disparity mean? Mismatch, gap. Huh? Lots of gap, lots of mismatch, heavy, huge, lots of inequality, same. So then WHO couldn't find a good response, because people struggle to explain what is scarcity. You see, in weddings, how much of food is wasted, gets wasted in weddings. How much? If we take stock, na, weddings, office events, some business events, some international flights. Wow, huge amount of food gets wasted in flight. You know, in flights, international flights, and maybe some local flights also. I don't know. International flights for sure. Hopefully, up until now, in domestic flights in India, they don't serve alcohol. But I think in domestic flights within Western Europe, I think they, even if it's a morning flight, they still serve alcohol, perhaps. So, this how much of food is wasted in flights, na? If one alcohol bottle is opened in international flights or maybe another flights, I think the regulation is once opened and say even if um, very little is used, they won't use it again. They will just flush it out, throw it away. So lots of food wastage is done, lots of wastage of everything is done. Say, huh? So what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? So moving on, where did they go next? Where did Mr. WHO go next? From Middle East, Europe to say somewhere in East Africa, perhaps in West Africa as well, somewhere in Africa. And what is the question? Kartike, what is the question? Nikhil?
What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the world?
In the rest of the. Huh? So, what is your honest opinion about scarcity of food in the rest of the world? And coming to East Africa, West Africa, say, same question. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity? And the WHO person, bless him, he couldn't finish his question. Wherever he goes, no one lets him complete the question. halfway through or three-fourth way, 75% through, someone shuts him. Huh? And why this time being shut? Hmm?
They were asking what is
People,
food.
yes, people were saying we are honest and we also carry an opinion if it matters, if someone wants to listen to us. And genuinely, there is scarcity. But Mr. WHO, can you explain us what is food? What do you mean by food? There are people in this world. Where do they take their food from? From garbage. They actually they wait. When can we go into the bin and collect something and see if something? And see, I don't want to go much into it, say, but one can experience, one can see the heart, the plight of a mother, of a father when he is not able to provide two times meals. What to speak of three times, two times meals to their family, to their children. Hmm? Die of starvation. So, and it is not something to make an emotional drama. Hmm? It is a reality. It is a reality. It is real. So there's such huge inequality. Literally, people asking, "What do you mean by food?" There's been days, months we have not seen food. All we have seen maybe is potato, rice, salt. That's it. What else do you mean by food? So Mr. WHO didn't get a response. So fine, traveling to most of the continents, places in the world, Mr. WHO returned to America. And what is the question? What is
Your
hmm,
honest opinion. What do you think about scarcity of food?
in the rest of the world? What is your honest opinion about scarcity of food in the rest of the world? And Mr. WHO is this time in the United States of America asking this question to the Americans. But Mr. WHO, though this time he managed to at least ask the full question. He managed to ask the full question. No one interrupted him. But still, he couldn't get any answer for his survey. Throughout, we see, okay, he didn't get any. And this time, why did he not get any response answer for his survey? He was asking the same question. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Yes, we are honest. We will give you our opinion. Yeah, the scarcity is here. But first of all, Mr. WHO, who is this rest of the world? Who is this rest of the world you're talking about? Can you show me? I want to see the rest of the world. Who are they? Huh? This is the world we live in. Irony. Is it not true? Such a sad reality. Such a sad reality, no? This world is full of I, me, and mine only. And Krishna consciousness is also full of I, me, and mine. I, me, and mine in Sanskrit, ahamta and mamta. बहुत सुंदर ममता प्रेम बिना ममता के प्रेम हो ही नहीं सकता बिना ममता के कोई प्रेम नहीं अहमता ठीक है अहमता से भी ममता ना सो आई मी एंड माइन this world is full of I, me, and mine, and spiritual world also is full of I, me, and mine. But the difference is what? In this world, the center in this world is what? Myself, I, me, and mine. And in spiritual world, the center is who? Shishi Khoranta Mayapur Sashi. Huh? Center is Lord Shri Krishna in spiritual world proper. So, for a sadhaka, a devotee, a Shuddh Premi Bhakt of Krishna, his I-ness, his minus is all centered around Krishna, is all centered with Krishna. And that is the fulfillment we want to attain, that fulfillment. And that is when we will never, the only scarcity in this world is scarcity of this transcendental knowledge. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, na, beautiful quotes he gave. And what there is only scarcity in this world is what? Scarcity of this knowledge, of this wisdom, of God consciousness, God knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Otherwise, there is no scarcity. See, this we know now. This world, there's land available to feed 8 billion easy human population. There's land available. Ah. But the struggle is what? Greed, greed. There's enough of land to feed everyone's need. But how much, this is a question, how much land or resources is there in this world to feed a single person's greed? Do we have enough land, enough resources to feed a single person's greed? Huh? We have enough resources, ample resources. Even now, though so much depletion, exploitation, yet deforestation, what not, and all, everything, yet we have in today's time, we have adequate resources to feed everyone 3 times a day and nice. And within countries and between countries, there could be such good collaboration of knowledge, resource, resource sharing of knowledge, of working so that if some country is naturally good at producing certain items, has extra of certain items, they can pass it on to another countries and take those items which the other countries have, having that friendly brotherly relationships. But problem is what? This greed, this lack of morality. That is the problem. So, and this is what Rupa Goswami is teaching us. Atyahara prayasascha. Too much of eating, what will a person do? He will sleep too much. If one eats too much, he is going to sleep too much. And too much of eating will keep one agitated. Atyahara prayasascha. Uh, Again, over endeavoring. There's a beautiful shloka. Shila Narad Muni tells to Vyasdev ji in Shrimad Bhagavatam. Narad Muni gives instruction to Vyasdev in Shrimad Bhagavatam. Nikhil, you can share screen 1518. Hmm. तस्यैव हेतो प्रयतेते कोविदो न लभ्यते यद्भ्रमतामुपर्यदा तल्लभ्यते दुःखवदन्यता सुखम् कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररंहसा. One of the very motivating shlokas. I find this very motivating message to practice Krishna consciousness. Srila Narad Muni tells Vyasdev ji that if one has to make endeavor, one should be making endeavor for this attempt. 1518. Not first chapter, fifth chapter, text 18. Endeavor should be made for what? For attaining Krishna. Okay, Nikhil, Karthik, retranslation.
Yes, Prabhuji. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should never endeavor only for that
Should
purpose.
endeavor, should never, should endeavor.
Sorry, Prabhuji. I'll start from the beginning. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end, which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest planet, Patala. As far as happiness derived derived from senses of enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them.
Hmm. Beautiful. Narad Muni telling, na? Tasyeva heto, tasyeva therefore, heto means to what, for what purpose, to what cause. Prayate ta kovido, prayat is to make endeavor. Kovido is philosophically intelligent, one who is intelligent person. Na labhyate yad brahmata. So endeavor should be made for that object, for that aim, for that destination, for that purpose, which we have never yet got it. which we have never yet attained in, which is what? Pure love of Krishna. Rest to na, it says na, happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned. It can be obtained automatically. Who in life wants miseries? This is a question. Okay, screen हटा सकते हो. Who in life wants miseries? No one. No one goes for struggle, hardship. Does anyone? Any sane person will never go for misery, struggle, hardship. But yet we get miseries, don't we? We get shocks, disturbances, some distress, some bad news, and all, which upset us. So if we don't want, but yet we get struggles in life, so likewise, happiness will also come. If we don't want, we get misery coming in life. So likewise, if we want or we don't want, if we are to become happy materially, it will come about by some way or the other. We cannot just leave it. No, what is there in our karmic quota is going to come. What is there in our say fortune, in our karmas, na? What is assigned, what is given, determined is bound to come. We cannot escape it. So why then, if worries come naturally, uh, likewise happiness or good news will also come naturally. So why should we be making any extra focus in becoming materially successful, materially happy, or worrying about material attachments? Say all efforts this human form of life is given to what? To channelize ourselves in Krishna consciousness altogether. Okay, let us read a bit of the remainder purport and see. So far, any questions, comments, or anything to add or share? Question, very nice question. Okay, yeah, I will maybe take responses from you all. एक बार हटा सकते हो निखिल screen ना? What does matter or material mean? Na? We see na many people say, oh, material life and spiritual life, oh, we all are after material, externals, possessions. So what does it mean actually? What do you think? Nikhil, Karthike, Pip and others.
Anything which is unrelated to Krishna is material life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. Leela Manjari says things which we can use. So things we can use but we don't need as such or okay. Pip, you were saying something? Matter is temporary, spirit is permanent.
Like, for example, when we speak anything which is not about the gurus or which is not about the Lord, just senseless bickering, it is, material talks.
Mm-hmm. Matter
The
means what? Mati. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, continue, Karthik.
the money which we not use for our spiritual growth or spiritual
Hmm.
life is material.
Hmm.
So anything
Ah,
which
nice,
is
very,
not used in Krishna consciousness can be referred as the material
very
world of
nice,
things.
very nice, very nice. You must have heard Leela Manjari. She was saying exactly the same. So matter means what? Animate or inanimate? Inanimate. Huh? Uh, Animate means what? Something living. Matter means what? Something dead. So like wood, uh, objects, huh? Wall and all this, earth, water, fire, air, ether, all inanimate animate or inanimate? Inanimate objects. Na? And animate is us. And Krishna says this, and in this translation and purport also, Prabhupada writes, na, Bahiranga Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. The Lord has multifarious energies, but primarily for our, say, understanding, for our easy grasp, those energies can be classified in three. Something is external, something is internal, and something is marginal in between. So external is what? Material. Huh? Krishna, he has a relationship with the external energy, but that relationship does not enhance his joy, and he also does not enhances the joy of, say, material energy. Huh? And Krishna has a much sweeter core inner relationship with the internal energy, wherein Krishna's joy is enhanced and the devotees, internal devotees, their joy is also enhanced. And then marginal, and we are the in-betweeners, marginal. Like Prabhupada writes in his teachings, what? Seashore, na? So, beach is what? Land area. And then there is the ocean or sea. And now sometimes waters, it comes in the land, sometimes it is not in the land, sometimes in the land, not in the. So we are like that. We are sometimes in matter, sometimes in Krishna, sometimes in matter, sometimes in, or maybe many times in matter, less in Krishna, or maybe more in Krishna, less in matter. Huh? And we are this the in-betweeners, say. And we have a higher power and higher energy. So matter is what? Something which is dead, which is inanimate, which is temporary, which does not have the capacity for on its own to think, to feel, to desire. Hmm? And spirit is what? Which in its own has the capacity to think, to feel, to desire, although could be very dormant level of thinking, very low level of thinking, but perhaps can think, feel, will, or desire. Animals, they can think, they desire, they can will. But wood can never think. Huh? Wood can never think, and furthermore, so matter on its own, it can never think. Now, a thing with matter is what? When I try to exercise sense enjoyment, means what? When I try to load it over material nature, when I try to grasp or control, have a control, uh, control the exploit, exploit matter for my sense enjoyment, then that is external, that is material. And when I try to exploit matter for Krishna's enjoyment, then that is spiritual. That which brings something on the lines what Kartikeya was saying, that which brings us closer to Krishna is spiritual, and that which takes us away from Krishna is material. Maya is what? Maya is nothing but that which forgets me Krishna, that which makes me forget Krishna is Maya. And that which helps me remember Krishna is what? Spirit or spiritual. And which makes me for, like, it could be that suppose we are in a study room. I'm just giving an example randomly coming to my mind. Suppose we are in a study room and a portion of the door is left open, say. Just maybe say it could be a bit hot and thinking that let some air come through. And suppose a bee comes in, just like I don't know why this weird example coming to me, but suppose we're in a study room, it's a hot day, huh? Hot sunny day, and we thought, okay, let us open a portion of the door so that some fresh air can come in, and along with the fresh air comes what? Say, yes, a bee, a fly, an insect comes in, huh? And while say studying and all, and we might be checking the fly, oh, where is it flying, where is it going, is it coming close to me, is it going far from me and all, something, no? So that anything that distracts, Hare Krishna, anything that distracts us in Krishna consciousness is Maya. No? And anything that takes us away from Krishna consciousness is Maya. And Krishna is so possessive. He's very possessive. He wants full attention, and he deserves also. He deserves that full attention. And Krishna meaning what? All attractive. all attractive. So he has the only Krishna has the capacity to get all our attention. Look, tell me if this is not true. What in society, where is our attention? Maybe in English I may not be putting it properly, but let me know. Our attention is towards attraction. Our attention goes towards attraction, or we are attentive to what gets my say attraction or what I am attracted to, right? Krishna, this is why Krishna is all attractive, or Krishna is all attractive. And when we become a bit attentive in japa, in chanting, or listening and hearing, then we will find that attraction in Krishna altogether. uh. And when we are attracted to Krishna, then we will be more attentive, say, furthermore. So precisely, does that answer your question, Pep? What is matter and what is a spirit? Matter, simple. How to check matter, say? Personally, I like this way or this definition or this understanding. How to check matter and how to check. One can check for himself or herself. This external or materialistic. How much am I? Matter means what? Whatever I own owns me. That is matter. Whatever I control controls me. Then it is matter. Whatever I possess to free myself, but it binds me, that is matter. And spirit is what? Whatever I possess to free myself, it actually frees me altogether. Hmm? We discuss now. What is the default? I like this. What is the default status in WhatsApp? Everyone uses WhatsApp, right? Almost everyone uses WhatsApp. What is the default status or one of the common statuses in WhatsApp? Say either like I'm
Can't talk
available,
WhatsApp only.
huh?
Can't talk WhatsApp only.
Yeah, this is like someone writes this status, right? But by
No, no, this
default,
is
what?
default.
Yeah,
This is by default.
okay, we can check. But one of the is what? Hi there, I'm using WhatsApp. Huh? Hi there, I'm using WhatsApp. And this is the status we project in the world, right? In reality, could the status be, hi there, WhatsApp is using me? Could this be the status in reality? And this is one can check for himself or herself. No? One status, this is material world or material energy. No? Matter WhatsApp, someone buys a phone, installs WhatsApp, the status will never come, hi there, I'm going to use you. Will it come? Huh? Hi there, I'm going to own you now. You think you are owning me? No? I'm going to own you now. But the status comes, hi there, I'm using WhatsApp. And irony is, in the process, we do not even realize or understand that I'm being used by WhatsApp. So much that all the energy is sucked out from me. And then I don't have any juice left in me, any gas left in me to understand Krishna consciousness. Such a irony then. Hmm? And then Krishna consciousness appears very vague, appears very cult, and everything fickle and all. So we better be careful of our lifestyle. See, this is the all aimed at lifestyle. Now, student life, if one is overeating in student life or any life not good, na sports life and all. Now, endeavor is not a problem. Over endeavor is the killer. Over endeavor is a killer. Over endeavor. And a question in Krishna consciousness, how can one make over endeavor in Krishna consciousness? It can never be an over endeavor in Krishna consciousness. Never. We can never say that we have done more than what was asked for, or what is asked for, or what is required for. Can never, and Krishna can also never say this to us. Hmm? And over endeavor is only in material sense, this over endeavoring. Sometimes now we get success with less endeavor, and sometimes you make so much of endeavor yet you don't get success. See, how many students in this world would be playing lawn tennis, learning lawn tennis, huh? But ultimately Nadal or Djokovic or this Federer, only these three, four only, na? It's not like someone is could be better than Nadal or Djokovic or Federer, but they were not favored. Doesn't matter how much endeavor they did, they were not favored by destiny, by fortune. Uh, And someone could be favored by destiny, fortune, but didn't do much endeavor. Say. So over endeavoring, there is no point over endeavoring in material life. How much over endeavor we do, ultimately, what are we going to get? Matter only. So Rupa Goswami is warning us: don't do so much over endeavoring. You have talent, you have skills, less or more, whatever. Channelize that talent in understanding Krishna consciousness. A slight Krishna says what? Neha bikrama nasosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Huh? In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. In Bhagavad Gita 240, Krishna says, in this endeavor attempt of understanding Krishna consciousness, there is no loss or diminution. And any slight advancement made in Krishna consciousness can free one from the most dangerous fear of life. Wow. Such a lovely proposition offer Krishna is giving us. You make a slight advancement and one can free himself from the most dangerous fear of life. And in societal sense, you make the most advancement. You could be the societal world means what Prabhupada writes in his book, Matchless Gift. He writes, I believe, Matchless Gift. What does he say? Societal success is something on those lines. Societal success is what? From top of the world to out of this world. Eh? The many celebrities, successful people, they've reached the top of their career, studies, whatnot. But from top of the world to where? Out of this world. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Don't know what destiny, why, what aim, what vision, what purpose in life. The two things, destiny and destination. Mm. Krishna consciousness, okay, this is a question. Where should be our focus in practicing Krishna consciousness? On destiny or destination? What is the
Neither.
difference? Hanji?
Can you please repeat the question?
Practicing Krishna consciousness, where should be our focus? In destiny or destination?
Uh, in past classes, we have learned that the center of like our Krishna devotion is death, like our devotion.
Okay.
So maybe destination.
Hmm. What is the difference between destiny and destination? What does destination mean? And is it one is a subset of the other? Is it one thing is a bit short, temporary, or a bit short and another is a long term, say?
Destiny is what we will get in our current life due to our karma in our past life,
Hmm.
and destination can be our final goal.
Nice. Uh, See, this thing Krishna consciousness teaches, and this thing this instruction teaches us. If you want, can note it down. See, the two things in life. One can be the master of his destiny. Hmm? Through application of Krishna consciousness, we can be the master of our destiny or the slave of our fate. Choice is ours. What do we want? Do we want to become the master of our destiny or the slave? Slave समझते हो कार्तिक है? गुलाम है ना? नौकर गुलाम of what? Our fate. What does fate mean? Fate, Fate,
Same as destiny.
Fate. Same as destiny, similar to destiny. Na? We can either be the master of our destiny or the slave of our fate. Now, this is a proactive choice within ourselves to make, say. And practicing Krishna consciousness by again adopting this sort of lifestyle, we can gain more control in life rather than being controlled by externals. We can gain more control in life and slowly, steadily kind of develop this vision wherein we can peek into the future, we can look into the future, we can create our future. Isn't a man is a product of his destiny or something like that? Man creates his own destiny. See, in societal behavior, some of these sayings in English and all these languages are very good and they are very true as well. Very nicely philosophically, uh, these have been revealed. Say, huh? Now, there is this thing. Suppose a family and someone passed away in that family at a sudden early age, says early 40s, early late 30s, early 30s, and someone passed away in that family. And suppose another family, say you have to do two visits in a day. You have to go to a family where someone passed away, and the person who passed away was very young age and a sudden passing away. Then another visit you have to do is go to another family, close family, huh? And someone in that family really got a very good degree, say graduation from maybe Oxford, or got a really good job, or got a medal, Olympics, or something grand, something huge. Huh? Now, say I go in the first family where someone passed away. And if I tell the family members there, what? That, oh, well, don't cry much, don't sob much. Huh? I'll say in Hindi and then see. भाई आदमी अपना भाग्य खुद ही बनाता है या बना के ही लाता है, आपके रोने से क्या होगा? Huh? That a man comes with his own fortune, man makes his own fortune. You're crying or sobbing or weeping for the departed person. What good will it do? Huh? It won't help the family, na? Such words, they won't at all help the family. And uh, uh, if I go in the other family, say, where a person has made a gold medal, say, and if I tell him what? That, well, uh, पहले मैं अगर बोलूँ कि भाई इंसान अपना भाग्य खुद ही बनाता है, it won't help. He will feel very dejected knowing someone passed away and I'm speaking like this. Hmm. And then if I say that okay, ये तो भाग्य में जिसका जो लिखा है वो मिल ही जाएगा उसको. So if someone out of his hard earned he got some say medal, and if I tell, well, what's the big thing? Anyways, whoever is supposed to get will get it only. Then it doesn't sound good, na? That I'm not appreciating his merit or his hard work. Something on societal sense though. But these instructions, now overeating, over endeavoring. We humans we struggle where to draw a line. We struggle where to leave it, where to drop it, where to leave it, and where to not. Uh, Physically leaving is one thing, but how can I distance myself mentally from it? That is another thing altogether. Huh? Physically living is okay, okay, I physically left it, but how much am I contemplating or thinking over it? One of the big problems nowadays is what? Overthinking, na? So much of overthinking people do. Huh? And then those who are too passionate, na, they do overthinking. And those who are too ignorant, too lazy, too casual, they will do what? Underthinking. They won't think at all. Those who are too passionate, they have no time to think. They would want to act, think later, act first. Hmm? And those who are too lazy, what to think and what to act, nothing to do. So we don't know over endeavoring where to draw a line and for what attain. So yeah, destiny and destination, na? See, our destination, Krishna consciousness give us this power that our destination can never be, should never be influenced by our destiny. Destiny could be anything. Destiny could be okay. One could be destined to go to hell, perhaps, or one could be destined to go to heaven, or one could be destined to go to another material planet or return to the same material planet. Na? But through active exercise of Krishna consciousness, when one secures his destination, where when one reserves, fixes his destination to Golok Vrindavan, then his destiny will never be a problem. Never ever be a problem. Okay, Kartike, you were saying something?
Not a question, Prabhuji, just a comment that
Hmm.
my mother always used to say in material world, the more success you get, the more unsatisfied you get in your life. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if someone were to, earn $1 billion, he would, will have more trouble sleeping and will live more unsatisfactory factory life, because then he'll have more to lose. He'll always be scared that I'll lose my money in the share market or I'll get a loss in the business. So now I have to work harder. Now I can't, relax properly in my life. So, like, this is an irony I realized today, that in Krishna consciousness, the more we progress, the more, we get happy. And
Hmm.
in, like, material world, the more success we get, the more uncomfortable we get.
In material life, happiness is one step away. Happiness is just a step away. है ना? Happiness is in front of it, just one step away. If I get
Yes,
this, I
Prabhuji,
will be
correct.
happy. Huh? In spiritual life, happiness is what? Happiness is following us. Happiness is not in front, happiness is behind us. It is following us. The more we become Krishna conscious, naturally happiness is following us and will come behind us and make us even more happy. So let us give it a pause on this happy note. Hmm? We leave it here on this happy note and we'll try to continue discussing further tomorrow on this instruction. Huh? Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna,
once again, my obeisances to you on the
Hare
occasion of
Krishna.
Guru